Many are upset over the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, with some people claiming that it was rigged because many people bet a lot of money and they lost a lot of money. Allegedly, there's this script that got leaked showing how the fight was supposed to go down between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
So now Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are facing a lawsuit, and honestly, it's no surprise. Because what happened in that ring wasn't just disappointing, it felt like betrayal. Fans waited half a year, holding on to the promise of something epic, something unforgettable. Instead, what did they get? A fight that looked more staged than serious. It's like the whole thing was just smoke and mirrors. People cleared their schedules, paid good money, got their hopes up. And for what? To watch two...
How so? What do you mean by
It's just
script?
weird. It just
Like scripted in what way?
no, I don't know. I actually really like Jake Paul. It just seems so it's odd, bro.
The timing. It's a timing.
I mean,
He
it's
fights
obviously
two-
odd.
No, he fights two no names, beats them both.
So what now? How do you even begin to clean up this mess? Because let's be honest, the damage is already done. The trust is broken. People who once believed in the magic of a real fight now see nothing but smoke and scripted shadows. And it's not just your own names on the line.
Well, X has spoken. The fight was scripted. Everyone is talking about this on X, and the script was actually leaked on X a few days.
Fans poured millions into this event, pay-per-view buys, sold-out arenas, sky-high anticipation. People thought they were witnessing history in the making. Instead, they got something so staged, even die-hard WWE fans probably rolled their eyes. Jake Paul walked away grinning with $4 million in his pocket. Tyson, a cool $20 million. And the fans? All they got was a front-row seat to a glorified rehearsal. Empty promises, expensive seats, and nothing real to show for it. Then came the final blow, a leaked script. Yep, every round laid out, every move predicted. Almost like it was all planned. Because it probably...
Reason, and one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson...
Round one kicks off, and for a split second, there's hope. Maybe, just maybe, this thing won't be a total train wreck. Tyson steps in with his signature bob and weave, a flash of the old-school legend. Jake Paul is bouncing around the ring like he just unlocked Muhammad Ali in a video game. Tyson lands a couple of light jabs, Jake throws a flashy combo.
To go down. So round one was supposed to go like this. The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Paul maintains distance, circling the ring cautiously. Tyson lands a few jabs, but Paul's youth shows in his superior ability.
Round two begins, and suddenly, boom, Tyson lands a clean left hook. For a brief moment, the crowd erupts. You could almost feel the electricity. Maybe the old champ still has it. But that thrill doesn't last long. Tyson's breathing heavy.
Prime. Round two. Tyson comes alive, cutting off the ring more effectively. He lands a thunderous left hook to Paul's body that draws a collective gasp from the crowd. Paul weathers the storm using his reach advantage.
By the time round three rolls around, Jake Paul's confidence is off the charts. He lands a solid right cross that briefly rocks Tyson, just enough to make you sit up. Tyson tries to answer back, but it's hard to watch. The fast, explosive fighter we all remember is gone. What's left is a legend swinging slow, tired punches that don't even come close. Meanwhile, Jake's...
Paul gains confidence, starting to plant his feet more. He lands a sharp right cross that momentarily stuns Tyson. The former champion responds with a vintage combination, but Paul slips most of it.
And then came the so-called grand finale, round five. If you were waiting for a knockout punch, forget it. The script hinted at something dramatic, but what we got was a slow, dragged-out decision when handed to Jake Paul. No explosive ending. No iconic moment. Just a fizzle. Fans in the arena sat in stunned silence. Viewers at home stared at their screens, wondering why they gave up their evening.
Catches him flush on the chin. Tyson's leg buckle, and he drops to the canvas. Then he's out for the count, but Tyson, despite his warrior heart, cannot beat the 10 count. Winner Jake Paul by KO. What?
But let's address the real issue, the one everyone's been whispering about but not saying out loud, Mike Tyson's health. Just months before this spectacle, the man was battling for his life. Not a figure of speech, a literal fight for survival. He went through 8 blood transfusions. lost half the blood in his body due to a serious ulcer. And someone, somewhere, decided, yeah, he's good to go. Seriously? Texas, hats off. You've officially redefined what low standards look like. Your medical clearance process. It's a joke, and a dangerous one at that. Tyson, fresh off a knee-death experience.
I'm glad to see that because if I hadn't saw that, I would be worried that this fight may not...
And the saddest part, Tyson didn't even try to sugarcoat it. He came right out and said it, I did it for my bills. Let that sink in. This is the same man who once ruled the sport, feared, admired, unstoppable. Now he's stepping into a staged fight, not for glory, not for passion, but just to keep the lights on. He walked away with $20 million, sure.
And one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson...
And then there's Jake Paul. Where do you even start? He keeps pushing this idea that is saving boxing, that is the one breathing life into a dying sport. But let's be honest, he's the one turning it into a circus. A flashy, scripted, ego-fueled circus with more drama than discipline.
No. He hit you with one. You gave him the tongue. Only because the crowd, got turned up.
But let's not pretend Mike Tyson gets a free pass in all this. This wasn't about legacy. It wasn't about proving anything in the ring. It was about one thing, cold, hard cash. Jake Paul didn't just fight Tyson, he used him. Tyson was the bait, the legendary name that gave Jake just enough credibility to slap the word historic on what was really just another cash grab dressed up like a boxing match. Fans spent their hard-earned money thinking they were about to witness an epic clash between eras. Instead, they got a glorified YouTube skit. The only thing missing was Jake pulling out a camera mid-round to vlog about how he's revolutionizing the sport. Because that's what it felt like, a routine, a play. And now we know why. Once the fight ended, the debates exploded. Was this all just a money-making scheme? A setup from the start? Then Jake, with a straight face, tells the world, I didn't want to hurt Mike. Come on. Let's not pretend that was some noble act of restraint. Jake Paul isn't the humble hero sparing the aging warrior. He's a savvy showman, squeezing every last drop of Tyson's legacy to boost his own brand. And Tyson, he knew exactly what this was. He said it himself, he took the fight to pay his bills. It's sad. It's frustrating. But most of all, it's the truth.
I'm just fighting to take care of my bills, basically. I don't have the stomach for this kind of no more. I'm more conscious of my children and those guys looking at my appearance. I don't have that ferocity. I'm not an animal anymore.
Does that mean we won't see you fight again?
Yeah.
Once the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, feared across continents, now reduced to a side character in Jake Paul's made-for-YouTube reality show. That's not just tragic, it's painful. And the backlash? It came fast, and deserved every bit of it. Boxing legends like Evander Holyfield and Buster Douglas didn't hold back. Holyfield called out what we all saw. Tyson's balance was off, his footwork gone. He didn't look like a fighter, he looked lost in the ring. Douglas was even blunter. He called the whole thing what it was, a blatant cash grab that spit in the face of boxing's legacy. And they are not wrong. Mike Tyson, once the
friend Mike Tyson tweeted that he almost died over the summer. He said, he had a bunch of blood transfusions, just had to fight to get healthy, and then his performance yesterday against Jake Paul. Just your thoughts on what we saw.
Mike Tyson was right, and I was wrong.
For fans, this wasn't just a letdown. It felt like a slap in the face. Pay-per-view outages, Netflix stream crashes, the technical mess only made the whole disaster worse. People shelled out top dollar expecting a thrilling, once-in-a-lifetime event, and instead, they got spinning wheels and frozen screens. And for those who did manage to watch, what they saw was even more disappointing. It's like you ordered a 5-star meal and got served stale drive-through leftovers.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it.
But here's the thing. Fans didn't just feel disappointed. They felt played. The fight unfolded almost beat for beat like the leaked script. Every round, every moment, just as predicted. At that point, how could anyone not believe it was choreographed? This wasn't a fight. It was WWE without the fireworks. And social media. It exploded. Memes roasting Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were everywhere. Brutal, hilarious, and relentless. Fans didn't hold back. They called it what it was, boxing's biggest joke. A stage spectacle masquerading as a legendary showdown. And then came the lawsuits. Bettors, who had poured millions into what they believed was a real competition, were furious. And rightfully so. People wagered serious money on something that turned out to be as scripted as a soap opera finale. This wasn't just about entertainment anymore. It was about trust, and that trust got shattered.
But my kids, to my children, I'm nobody. But that night they're going to find out their father's very special.
But let's take a step back for a second. Because this fight, it wasn't just a letdown. It was a spotlight on everything that's broken in modern boxing. Ask any real fan or critic, and they'll tell you, Jake Paul's matches aren't about skill, they're about spectacle. He's not a fighter, he's a walking brand. Flashy entrances, big talk, viral moments, but when it comes to actual boxing, the substance just isn't there. And then there's Tyson. Watching him struggle round after round wasn't motivating.
Well, X has spoken. The fight was scripted. Everyone is talking about this on X, and the script was actually leaked on X a few days ago.
Here's the brutal truth. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson walked away with over $60 million, and what did the fans get? Nothing but disappointment, and maybe a little regret. Tyson's legacy took a hit. Jake Paul? He just cemented himself as the king of hype, all flash and no foundation. This wasn't a fight, it was a betrayal. Fans aren't asking for perfection. They are not even asking for legends. They just want something real. A genuine competition. A reason to believe in the sport.
I think I can handle the situation.
You gonna knock him out?
I think I'm gonna hurt him.
In the end, this wasn't just a disappointment, it was a con. A slap in the face to every single fan who still believed in the magic of the sport. What once stood for heart, grit, and greatness was reduced to a money grab dressed up in gloves. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson didn't just miss the mark, they blew it up completely. They didn't fail to deliver. They torched whatever respect was left for this kind of spectacle. So to the fans who are suing, more power to you. You deserve every cent back, and then some. And to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, congrats.